So first of all, I'd like to start exactly from small rules because next 16 weeks we will spend together. So please be kind and supportive. We promote a warm and respectful environment for everyone. So let's encourage each other and lift one another up. No tolerance for harmful behavior. We strive to be a bias-free community. Negative comments, jokes, or behavior that put others down have no place here. It's true. And it's very important to understand that it's professional environment. Our events are focused on learning and sharing knowledge. Please maintain a professional and friendly attitude. Respectful interactions only. We aim to create a safe, friendly atmosphere for all participants. Harassment or disruptive behavior won't be tolerant. We are all about tech. This is a space for tech lovers. Let's stay focused on learning, sharing, and collaborating on just technical topics. Politics, religion, please left for other sessions, other groups. Ask before you explain. We value respectful communication, and if someone needs help, offer it. But always ask first to make sure it's welcome. Everyone's voices matters, so let's ensure we all have a chance to speak. Be mindful of others, especially those who might not always get the floor. And we thrive on giving back. We love a balanced community. Share your ideas, listen, and contribute in any way that feels right. And of course, help us maintain a great space. If something doesn't feel right, let the host know during the event or reach out via email. At the end of the session, I'll share my email, so feel free to contact me and share any your feedback, what you want to change, your update. We are here to make sure everyone feels comfortable and included. We are super friendly, super supportive environment. Believe me, it's super important for me to understand that everyone feels comfortable and included. Let's continue. So, uh, because machine learning is built on a strong mathematical foundation, and if you truly want to understand how machine learning models work under the hood, mastering key mathematical concepts is essential. What is Machine Learning Math Club about? Machine Learning Math Club is a community-driven initiative designed to help learners grasp the fundamental math concepts behind machine learning algorithms. Instead of just memorizing formulas, this program focused on building intuition and understanding how math connects to real-world applications in machine learning and data science. All of us study algebra in school, university, but here during next 16 weeks, much important, uh, we will try strengthen our math skills to become a better machine learning practitioner and learn collaboratively in a supportive community. Gain confidence in concepts like linear algebra, probability, statistics, and calculus, which are crucial for machine learning. So, let's learn together and take the next step toward becoming a machine learning engineers. Mastering machine learning requires a strong mathematical foundation. So, over the next 16 weeks, we will focus on three core areas that are essential for understanding machine learning models and algorithms. What we will cover: linear algebra, first of all, uh, because linear algebra, the backbone of machine learning, used in data representation, transformations, and neural networks. Key topics include vectors, matrices, eigenvalues, and singular value decomposition, of course. Calculus, essential for optimization, which is how models learn. We'll explore derivatives, gradients, and how calculus helps fine-tune machine learning models during training. And of course, last and super important, probability and statistics. Machine learning is all about making predictions under uncertainty. That's why we'll cover probability distributions, bias theorem, hypothesis testings, and statistical inference. Why is this topic such important? Every machine learning algorithm, from simple regression to deep learning, relies on these mathematical principles. Understanding them will help you move beyond using machine learning libraries and start truly understanding how models work. By the end of these 16 weeks, I hope that you'll have a solid mathematical foundation to dive deeper into machine learning and AI. Before diving into advanced machine learning concepts, we need to build a strong foundation in both mathematics and programming. That's why these first 2 weeks are designed to get everyone up to speed regardless of prior experience. Uh, First week will be a math refresher: numbers, functions, and graphs. At the end of this session, I will introduce you homework, which will help you to refresh your knowledge, or if you are not familiar with this topic, to get new knowledge. And what we'll cover in during next week, we'll cover linear equation, functions, and graphing, how to visualize mathematical relationship using simple tools. I'll prepare a link. You can finish free online course and get this knowledge. And how we'll learn. For the next week, we will use Khan Academy free course, Intro to Algebra. Don't worry, I'll share link to this course at the end of this session and after duplicate on your email. And so our goal for this week, for the next week, build intuition for equations and how they behave graphically before introducing programming. On the during second week, so next week we will at the next week we will start Python basics, uh, and we'll cover introduction to Python, variables, loops, and basic plotting, writing very small program to automate mathematical calculation. And don't worry, you don't need previous experience. Even without any experience, you can quickly understand and you can quickly practice with this. For our resources, we will use Python Beginner's Guide on Kaggle, and I'll share these resources during our next session. And but we will have small practice. We will write a Python script to solve linear equation and visualize them with matplotlib, its library. But I will talk about this on our next session. And goal of the second week, you should be comfortable with basic Python programming and ready to apply it to mathematical problems. So this first week, we will set the stage for deep learning in machine learning and artificial intelligence. And now that we are strong foundation on our first week in Math and Python, during next 4 weeks, it's time to dive into linear algebra, one of the most essential mathematical tools for machine learning. Is place when our main study journey will start, because our first weeks it will be more refresh our knowledge or get new one, make new connects, adopt in our environment, etc. And but over the next several weeks, we'll learn about vectors, matrices, and their operations, all while implementing them in Python. That's why on our week number 2, we will start with Python. And week number 3, vectors, intuition, and operations. What we'll cover? During that week, we'll cover understanding scalars, vectors, and their geometric interpretation, dot product, and its significance in projection and machine learning model. It's very important topic, so maybe our session will take more than 30 minutes. How we'll learn? Of course, I'll share with you resources. My lovely 3 blue, 1 brown, of course represent vectors as Python list. And I will share all this at the session at week number 3. And our goal will be build an, of course, intuitive understanding of vectors and practice implementing them in Python. On our 4th week, matrices, basics, and operations, we'll cover these topics. Matrix basics as representation, addition, and multiplication, and of course how matrices are used in machine learning for transformation and linear mappings. And of course I will share all necessary resources. All of them are free, don't worry. So these weeks will give you the mathematical tools needed to understand how data transformation work in machine learning. In week 5 and 6, we'll explore together matrix transformations and their role in machine learning. It will be super exciting, serious, believe me. You'll learn how to scaling and rotation apply to real-world problems and practice visualizing this transformation in Python. So, during these weeks, we will meet NumPy, 2-hour experiments, and we'll understand determinants and inverses, key concepts for solving systems of equation in machine learning. In 7th week, we'll dive into eigenvalues and eigenvectors, which is essential concepts in machine learning, and data science. These are fundamental to techniques like principal component analysis, which helps reduce the dimensionality of data while preserving important information. During 7 week, we need to understanding agent values, agent vectors, and their role in machine learning. And we will have hands-on practice. Compute agent values using NumPy and see how they help in feature extraction. Um, and you will get tips. Believe. And as we move into week 8 and 12, we'll focus on calculus, a core mathematical tool for understanding how machine models learn and optimize. 8 week will start with functions and limits, which is key concepts for understanding smooth changes in data and model behavior. Using matplotlib, we'll visualize how functions approach limits. And at the 9th week, we'll dive into derivatives, which help us measure change. This is crucial for understanding gradients in optimization techniques like gradient descent. This time, using SymPy, we'll compute derivatives symbolically and see how they apply to machine learning. Mastering calculus will deepen your understanding on how machine learning models adjust parameters to minimize errors. In the final stretch of our machine learning math club journey, weeks 13 and 16, we'll focus on probability and statistics, which is fundamental for making sense of data and uncertainty in machine learning models. On 13th week, we'll start with probability basics, understanding events, random variables, and of course distributions. We'll bring this to life by simulating dice rolls in Python to see probability in action. On 14th week, we'll dive into conditional probability and Bayes theorem, which is widely used in spam detection, medical diagnosis, and AI decision making. So we'll solve practical problems in Python to solidify our understanding. And probability helps us build models that make informed predictions rather than just guessing. This is the foundation of statistical learning and Bayesian approach in artificial intelligence. In the final 2 weeks of our probability and statistics model, we'll focus on key statistical mirrors and hypothesis testing because they are both critical for making data-driven decisions in machine learning. On 15th week, we'll explore expectation and variance. We need to understanding how data is distributed and how to measure its spread. We'll practice computing mean, variance, and standard deviation using Python on small data sets. And on our last week, we'll wrap up with hypothesis testing, learning how to validate assumptions using confidence intervals, and p-values. You'll conduct simple tests in Python to determine statistical significance, an essential skill for analyzing A/B tests, experiment results, and machine learning model performance. And of course, at our last week, we'll introduce next steps, how we can continue. We will introduce machine learning Olympiad, and we will introduce machine learning hackathon. So, to build a strong mathematical foundation for machine learning, this week homework focus on algebra fundamentals. No matter you are new in this topic, someone studied in school, university many years ago. So next week, it's like a small refresher. And of course, I highly recommend to finish this course. It's collection of short videos, uh, very interesting. Please finish this course during the next week because algebra is essential for understanding machine learning models as it helps us describe relationship between variables and interpret model output. So your task for this week goes throughout Khan Academy, Intro to Algebra. And now I'll share with you this link. Don't worry, this link will be duplicated on email and I will left it under this video, which I'll record and share later in our Google Developer Group Island channel. So, next week, please try focus on key topics like numbers, functions, and graphing equations. Solve practice problems to reinforce your understanding. Why is this important? Many machine learning concepts like linear regression and gradient descent rely on algebraic functions and graphs. And of course, mastering these basics now will make advanced topic much easier later on. Take notes, visualize equations using online graphing tools, and feel free to ask questions in our Discord channel, which I'll share with you now. So 1 second. I'll copy this link and share this link with you. So, okay. And on slide, you see my email, so feel free to contact me. Sometimes it can take few hours until I'm answering, but don't worry, I will answer to everyone. So every Sunday, we'll have short online events with introduction necessary materials for next week. Also, you can communicate on our new Discord channel. Every week, I'll introduce homework, which is a list of required courses which you need to finish during the next week. And before the next online session, please finish this homework. And of course, if you have any questions, you can contact me directly, or you can share your question on our new Discord channel. So feel free. As I mentioned before, it's super friendly and super supportive community. I hope we will spend next 16 weeks together. We will dive deeper into this amazing topic, get a lot of experience, and continue later on our other events. So, that brings us to the end of today's session. Thank you all for your participation. Remember to complete your homework on finishing free online course on Khan Academy Algebra Foundations. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out in our community Discord channel. This session was recorded and will be available on our Google Developer Group Allen YouTube channel later. You can rewatch it at your convenience. I'll also send an email with the recording link, all resources and link mentioned today, additional learning materials, so please don't forget to submit the post-event feedback form. Believe me, it's super important for me because your insights help us improve and make future sessions even better. Once again, thank you for joining. We're looking forward to seeing you in our next sessions next Sunday. So I'll check chat. During session, I of course see chat, but if I skipped something, so I hope, Kirill, that I answered to you. Yes. No, we have no slide deck. uh, Everything you can find on email and on our Discord channel. Later, I'll send email to all participants in this session, and later I will share this video on our YouTube channel. So once again, thank you all for joining. We're looking forward to seeing you in our next session next Sunday. Until then, keep learning, experimenting, and building with AI. Let's make this next 16 weeks useful and helpful. Uh, I see last question. Each session will be minimum 30 minutes, but depend of topic. Today is it's just introduction. We haven't hands-on workshop, so that's why it's super short. But some sessions will be near 1 hour. More information, more questions, of course, you can get in our Discord chat. So see you next Sunday, and let's get in touch in Discord channel. And don't forget to submit feedback form. It's super important for us how we can make collaboration better, how we can make our sessions even better. So